situation when it comes to hidden yardage and being able to win the field position battle, which is critical. 100 yards of field position equals 7 points in the NFL. And the average margin of victory is 3 points. So you're talking about 50 yards of field position is one of the things that helps dictate the results of games. So for me, it's kicker, but even more than that, it's special teams. I want to see this team be dynamic in special teams, and for Rich Bisaccia to earn that $2 million coaching salary that he's getting and be at least in the top half of special teams, not the bottom half, like the Packers so often are.
Our guy who got a car wash, a KBN Nation listener, I think it was Orlando. Orlando.
Orlando.
From Milwaukee chimes in with the defense, and that was not a chiming in on the text line. That was with the window down with a fresh, clean car from Tsunami Express.
Smart man. Looking good.
I have one concern, that a question that I didn't answer. It's the defense, and that is my answer because I want to end with the Packer backer Kyle Wallace, because that was a question that I asked Jason, right? And I thought Jason answered my question well. I was like, we know it's going from 3-4 to 4-3, and I thought his answer of saying, it's just simpler for this team. Right? Like, it's you don't have to react. The aggression is there. So he gave a good answer as it pertains to what the changes are. But it's another season that we're heading into with kind of more questions than answers, right? We have more answers on the offensive side because we've seen it in real play. How many times have we gone into a season for the Green Bay Packers on the defense and felt, as I use this word a lot, bullish about what their potential is?
Too dang many.
And so my question still is, what is this? Not what is it going to look like, because I have an idea of the aggression. Less zone, less reading, reacting for guys up front. It is more fill the gap, get to the quarterback, and also fill the gap and have the linebackers and the safeties come up and finish plays on the run.
Attack.
So I understand what it's going to look like, but what are the results going to be? How does the talent of the signing of Xavier McKinney, of keeping Preston Smith in a veteran role, signing Kenny Clark to a third contract, Rashawn Gary got a big extension last year, Jair Alexander, when he got his contract, was the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. I'm listing all these guys, and you would think as you're listing guys at every level of the defense, from the back end at safety to outside at corner, to an investment in Quay Walker in the first round of the NFL 2022 NFL draft, to Devontae Wyatt, who was also a first-round pick, to Eric Stokes, who was also a first-round pick, to LVN, who was also a first-round pick. There's a lot there where we're still trying to decipher, is it talent or is it scheme? And I think because we've been in a 3-4 under Pettin and Joe Barry as the defensive coordinators to now a 4-3, it's kind of like, hey, you're either a player or you're not, right? Because we have film in you in 3-4. If it was you as talent, and the reason why the defense never got to top 10, we'll find out. Because if they are not a top 10 defense, I'm not saying that they're going to be a bad defense. We'll just know the talent isn't exactly what we thought it was. So my question is still about the defense.
And so I think you both were spot on, right? Brad with the special teams, you with the defense. Specifically with the special teams, we already know the problem we have at kicker. It's been talked about extensively. It's been covered by Tom Rinaldi when he told us last year during the playoff game that head coach Matt LaFleur basically praised when Anders Carlson went out there to try to kick a field goal. So we understand that kicking field goals has been an issue with the Green Bay Packers. But then, Brad, you talked about special teams. That special teams we had last year, in Rich Bisaccia's first season, the Green Bay Packers were 22nd. You would think in year 2 they would take a step forward, right?
You think so?
Did not happen. They went down to 29th last year, the most penalized team on special teams with 19 penalties last year for a total of 178 yards, when on average it's usually about 98 yards that they give up on special teams. The Green Bay Packers special teams needs to be more disciplined, and they need to be better, because in order for you to win the championship, you have to execute at a high level and at a very good level on not only offense, not only defense, but also special teams. We don't want to be the team that wins despite having a bad defense. We don't want to be a team that wins despite having a bad special teams. We want to be as well-rounded as a football team as possible. So, Brad, you're absolutely right. Special teams needs to be better. Now, Ben, you talked about the defense as well. It's not so much the passing defense that concerns me. You got Xavier McKinney back there. You got Jair Alexander as well. Both guys can play at an all-pro level. It is the front seven that concerns me the most. Something that Matt LaFleur said last year, he said that defense got what on the run game?
Gashed.
You got
tons of other adjectives.
You never want to talk about a team being gashed. The Green Bay Packers last year allowed 127 rushing yards per game. That is not going to get it done because that is not championship-level run defense. So the Green Bay Packers overall, you can't have multiple games of 200-yard rushers. You just can't allow that to happen. So when it comes to the defense specifically, I'm looking for this run defense to be more stout and to compete more this season for the Green Bay Packers than what they did last year. And I'm looking for Rich Bisaccia because I'm going to tell you this right now. If the Packers are 20th or worse with special teams, Rich Bisaccia getting fired.
He got to go.
He's
getting too much money to bring in somebody to specialize in special teams.
If if the defense and the special teams plays at a top 15 level, the Green Bay Packers for sure will be competing for a Super Bowl. That is what's going to determine for our team this year.
I agree that special teams are important for sure, and it definitely plays a huge factor. There are 3 phases of the game. The Patriots were always known for having stout special teams, not just good Gostkowski or Vinatieri. But what I want to add to this is, I think Jason Wilde graded Jordan Love's camp performance as a B, right? And it's not an A, it's not a C, it's a B. I just find it fascinating that we spent a lot of time about being concerned about this offense, right? They didn't look good against the Broncos. We only saw 3 plays against who was the first special teams game against the Browns that I was blanking on. And in training camp, before even you got to those preseason games, we kept hearing about how the defense kept winning practices. So I just find it fascinating that no one of us 3 chose the offense. It is definitely something that is, as we get another honk from a KBN Nation fan that could chime in at 800-990-3776 with their biggest question mark for the Green Bay Packers heading into the season. I just find it a little fascinating that we still, with the 4 wide receivers that are in their second and third year, an offensive line with not a ton of depth, 2 tight ends that are in their second year, and a quarterback that was great in the last 10 games that got paid a whole lot of money to play at an elite level, not just a good level.
Well, let's be honest. If you take out the joint practice against the Ravens, which is probably the most important practice of all of training camp, so it does hold a little bit extra weight, they haven't had a great camp, right? I thought that this offense would hit the ground running once as Jordan Love came back and the contract got signed and dated, and it just hasn't happened yet. And I guess I'm wondering, is that due to the defense, or is there very real rust that the offense is still trying to knock off? I have the most optimism about then, even with this preseason performance, just because what they did in real games last year. I mean, last year, the last half of the season, there were a few better offenses than the Green Bay Packers. So I guess I'm just a little bit surprised that they haven't done that so far in training camp. I thought it was going to be child's play for them.
And I'm starting to get a feel that this Green Bay Packers team may be more of a game day type team, and I feel like that lackadaisical thing in practice might be impacting the Green Bay Packers offensively, and I feel like Matt LaFleur has to figure that out and solve that, because the way they performed yesterday, talking about Christian Watson, Moss and Kyle Hamilton, who also is a big guy as well, and the offense just being very, very efficient. I would say that was probably some of the best reports we got from the offense all camp, right?
Yeah, it's just, again, it's a little prisoner. All I'm saying, it's a little prisoner of the moment, which you tend to do specifically is ride the high of what has happened now versus looking holistically.
High as a kite today, baby.
This offense, we said they team like a gamer type team.
Yeah.
I think they're very – I'm not trying to say this is a system offense, but they're very – game plan. They're very scheme heavy, right? They find the matchups, and Jordan Love goes through his progressions, and they deliver the football. So I do think that this team is better on game days because because Matt LaFleur is so good at schemes, and everybody is so committed to executing that scheme. I do think that matters.
Well, Brad, we all make good points, and it's hot out here, and gets me a little thirsty.
Oh, it sure does. It gets me thirsty for a carbless. It's a Friday. It's end of the week by my note. It's 3:30 already. That means it's not long before I know I am diving in to the Nortman Fridge and having a carbless. When I get home, that's where I'm going to go to, right to the basement, right to the Nortman Fridge and grabbing a carbless. That's because it has everything I'm looking for when it comes to a relaxing cocktail. I'm just trying to enjoy myself a little bit, and I have it with the guilt-free experience. No carbs, no sugars, gluten-free, 100 calories per can, less carbonation. That means less bloat on my stomach when I drink it, but still so carbonated that it's delicious. Less guilt when drinking is the takeaway. It's made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. And honestly, a day like today, where where it's like mid-70s. It's perfect summer. That margarita 4-pack is just perfect for a summer weekend like today. But there's also the classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma and Moscow Mule, and so many fruit flavors like cranberry, black cherry, pineapple, lemon, lime. Man, there's just so much. Even thinking about it, talking about it, makes me want to grab a Carbless right now. So if you have not discovered why Liss is more, this Friday, today, is the perfect time to start doing it. And you can find them online and at retailers near you. Liss is more with Carbless.
More Kyle Brust-Nortman live from Tsunami Express. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
He's
Kyle,
high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be piled.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Busch Light is not only as cold and smooth as the mountain stream, it's also brewed for the farmers and ranchers. Ben Brust here. Join me in saying cheers to those who work in the backbone in the state of Wisconsin. Pick up your limited edition Busch Light corn cans today. For every case of these limited edition cans, Busch Light is donating to Farm Rescue. Pick up Busch Light corn cans today, wherever you get your delicious beer. Offer good through August 31st, 2024, up to $200,000. Eligible package sizes 15 packs, 18 packs, 24 packs, and 30 packs. Case equal 24-pack case equivalent. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch. Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Summer is winding down, so that means it's back to school savings time at Metro Kia Madison. Lease the 2025 Kia Seltos for only $249 per month for 36 months with $3,499 due at signing. Enjoy 90 days deferred payments to qualified credit and offers, and even get an additional $1,000 for your trade into qualified vehicles and offers. With 95 vehicles on the lot, you can find the new Kia of your dreams today at Metro Kia of Madison.
Hi, I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. I've been here for over 4 decades now, and I can tell you here at Goodman's Jewelers, we pride ourselves on high standards, classic traditions, honesty, and integrity. We're a small independent jeweler with a great history, so you'll find us more personal than other big-name jewelers. Find Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Who's ready to save a bucket load at Fleet Farm? Just buy one of our signature 5-gallon buckets for $3.99 and get 15% off anything that fits inside it. Save on the best brands in fishing, hunting, and power tools. Save on pet supplies, snacks, and more. Any qualifying products that fit in the bucket are 15% off now through August 28th. Our bucket sale is just another great way to save on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, we have liftoff, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For love of the game.
There's nothing like being selected to the Olympic team.
And love of their country.
Championship of that level, gold medal, means more.
Tune into Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Inside stories from Buck stars on the agony and triumph of competing to win it all at the Olympics. It's Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Kyle Bruston Ortman with you across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Tsunami Express Car Wash. Free car washes, people. I mean free when I say free. Corner of Fond du Lac and Capitol. It's buzzing. People are getting their free car washes. Their free tire pressure with free air, free vacuums. And you got to get the membership. Here's what the membership's all about, folks. When you become a $5 monthly membership, you get, like Brad, you just tell them.
Yeah, I mean, you cycle through as often as you want. Unlimited times that you can cycle through. There's 3 different tiers that you can choose from, all the way as low as $5 to start. You know me, I'm the ceramic member because I like it nice and clean, top of the line across the board. But even that, if you come twice throughout the month, you've already paid for your membership. And I can come every single day if I want to.
All that salt that you're going to have
Think
in the
about
winter.
that. And I want mine to look good. So you can come every single day if you want to. Like Ben said, free vacuums, free air pressure. There are so many ways to make your car, make your experience wonderful. And Ben's going to get that experience next segment.
At 3:45, I will be jumping in the fiance's car that, as I look at it, I can't, guys, I don't know if you go through this with your spouses. I can't tell if the lines on the side of the car are from hitting something or if they're from dirt.
Oh,
wow.
So I'm about to find out because I'm going to get a clean car wash, and I'm going to see if baby girl is running into some stuff or if it's just dirt.
Yeah, and you might take one of those complimentary rags that they got to really scrub that area.
Yeah. What
to make
is
sure
that?
that
What is that thing? Is that a parking garage, Mark?
Now, this is an interesting question, Ben. Does your fiance know that you are getting her car washed today, or will this be a nice surprise to say, hey, baby, here you go, a fresh new car?
I have a feeling that when she drove down to the bridal shower, she had the show on, and she knows we're at Tsunami Express.
So the expectation.
I'm not saying there's an expectation, but there would be a disappointment if there was not a car wash.
You was at a car wash that you can get a $5 membership on top of the fact that you can get a free car wash, and you didn't wash my car.
And you didn't do that for me?
Wedding's off.
And I'll tell you what, if she's listening to the show, she has heard the offer of the Madison and Beaver Dam folks that come here, and when you said you would vacuum.
I would do it for them, yeah.
And so if you do not vacuum her car, to the extreme fashion our car, she's going to be like, you will do this for a stranger, but you're going to half-butt our vacuuming of our own car? You can't have that, so you're going to have to really vacuum that car out.
Now,
you can say half-ass, Brad.
Okay.
This baby girl, half peachy. This baby girl in the backseat, is she throwing food on the floor yet, or she's not that old?
No. We're not feeding her while she's driving, you idiot.
No, when kids are in the backseat, they get food sometimes that they get snack on.
I mean, maybe some pouches down the line, but right now it's all, you give it to her in these controlled environments.
Yeah, you never
put her in the high chair, you let her get messy, like, hey, baby girl, start throwing the pouch everywhere and getting everything dirty.
Well, I wasn't sure how much you need to clean the car now.
This is an opportunity for you to really turn the page of Dirty Ben, right? I mean, to not be
Ben.
Stinky Ben.
Yes, and I will be seeing my fiance's niece, who has named me Stinky Ben, next weekend. We'll see if she has the guts to call it to my face after 6 months or 7 months of not seeing each other.
Stinky Ben. Stinky Ben.
Caleb Williams sucks, huh? We did ask the question, the biggest worry or concern or question that you have heading into the season that has not been answered in your mind. And I think we kind of nailed it, right? I mean, there's questions at the kicker. What's the defense look like with the 4-3 and the talent that we believe that there is on the defense? And if you want to have question marks about Jordan Love and can he play up to elite contract, I understand that. But my next question is aligned around the fact that we saw 3 plays against the Browns from the offense. It seems as if the defense got the better of them early in camp. It was a bad showing from Jordan Love in the offense against the Broncos. It's been a bright spot having heard what we heard yesterday from the joint practice, but overall, I don't like doing grades. I'd probably say it feels like a B- training camp. What would you say real quick? Just give me a quick answer.
I would say I don't want to agree with you, but just for the sake of conversation, I would give it just a flat B. The only reason, if you were to take
I said quick, because there's B,
a B.
B minus.
Listen, you may not want to agree with him, but you're absolutely right. It is a B minus at best.
So we're 3 B minuses. It's okay to agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you were spot on, Ben.
Particularly compared to the
A
expectations.
blind squirrel can find a nut a couple times.
And
right?
so when you have a B minus, I ask you both now, if the Packers start slow week 1, will you utilize the B minus training camp as a reason why the offense and the team started slow?
Yes. I mean, you practice like you play. And if they have not found their rhythm, if they haven't consistently been able to do that, if they start slow with all the game planning that Matt LaFleur is going to do, all the matchups, all the things that you can bust out week 1 as sort of a surprise, if they still, with all of that, come out and struggle and they're not in rhythm and the receivers aren't where they need to be and their timing isn't down, you have to point to practice of saying, look, they didn't achieve what they needed to achieve to come out hitting the ground running in week 1. Now, you can point to a lot of reasons as to why that is. You can make the argument, well, they don't need to do the preseason games because we can get good practices in, but they haven't had really good practices either except for one with the Baltimore Ravens. So if they start slow, I don't know what else I would point to outside the practices.
It very well, Brad, could be. I mean, with the schedule that they have to start, it's very winnable. But it could just be the team's not as good as we thought, right? They still are growing. They're still growing through their growing pains and still have the bumps in the road, and they're still figuring out their identity overall as a team. I think having a B- training camp doesn't mean that this team isn't good. I think it just means that this team in practice has not offensively been the team we expected them to be. But if they start off slow, I'm not going to blame it on training camp. I'm going to simply say, well, maybe this team is still trying to find themselves.
My other quick question is, with that B- grade, are you grading them on a curve? Like if this was last year's team with the same training camp, would you give them a B+? Because you're like, maybe this team isn't bad, or you think this was objectively
this was a
B-.
bad training camp for a team that you would expect more from, but because it's still a team that I believe in, and they showed me something last year, like with enough guys that went through the 2 and 5 to get to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs, I'm willing to give them a little bit more of a pass on my grade. If this was last year's training camp, it'd be a C-, D+.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I feel like actually last year's training camp, it seemed to me was a little better one, right? Like we saw some good reviews, but also we got to see more Jordan Love in the preseason games, and he played well in preseason.
Good. He looked good.
He played well in
preseason
preseason,
games.
so that also played in that. The importance of the preseason game was more magnified and more important because this year you understood that you weren't going to get as much as Jordan Love in that offense in preseason than you got last year as well. That's why the training camp practices were so much more important this year.
800-990-3776. Casey in a car, a KBN fan for life here. I love the wide receiver squad very much, but should we have reached out to get a more veteran type for both the locker room and for Love? And maybe find cushion or whatever you want to call it. I love the fandom, and I love the question. I think where I don't feel like they need a veteran is because Goody has committed to his strategy, and the strategy being the young guys growing together. And I think that will create competition internally, whether we believe it or not, right? They all can say they get along, but as Brad, you know, being in an NFL locker room, people are playing for their jobs, and it's not for long league for a reason. And so I think the competition amongst them will grow together as we have a lot of people coming through the Tsunami Express car wash.
Man,
Brad,
somebody just whipped backwards. That was crazy.
That was crazy. I'm about to hop in my car, not whip backwards, but go in the car wash. And before I do, I got to tell you about Potawatomi Casino Hotel because their brand new sportsbook is going to be your home for all you need to watch in college football, NBA, NFL. It's all going to be on the 2,000 square foot video wall with a bar, a great kitchen that has wonderful food. They have kiosks. They have a place you can place bets with a person. They have bingo, slot machines, table games. Everything's at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, but that brand new sportsbook is absolutely dynamite.
Can I tell you, I was just talking to somebody about the sports book, and they said, hey, Kyle, I went to Potawatomi, and I didn't know they had this sports book. Oh, my gosh, it was majestic. It was magical. I don't know why anybody would not go there just to watch a game.
That's what I'm saying. It's the movie theaters
it was
of
amazing.
sports watching.
Unbelievable.
Ben Bruss going to be live on his phone going through the Tsunami Express car wash. We'll see if Brad and Kyle can do a segment without me. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboarding, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. Wisconsin volleyball is officially back. They had their first exhibition match of the season Tuesday night, sweeping the Bradley Braves 3-0. Middle blocker Carter Booth showed out for the Badgers, notching 12 kills on 14 attacks. The regular season starts next Tuesday as Wisconsin travels to Kentucky to take on 6th-ranked Louisville. Listen to every match on your home for Wisconsin volleyball, 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Don't miss out on 0% interest for up to 60 months with no money down and equal payments.
Order today from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about how you should continue to enjoy the rest of summer. That's with Neutral Vodka Seltzer. Real juice. That's what makes it so tasty. It's simple. Real vodka, real juice, and then you get that simplicity of great taste. If you're tailgating, if you're getting ready for the football season that we're all excited about in Madison, make sure for whatever tailgate, whatever experience, you bring Neutral Vodka Seltzer to the party. You'll thank me later. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
With the incredibly spacious 3-row Chevy Traverse, you can change
"Let's just meet at the concert"
into
"Why don't I pick all you guys up on the way?"
The advanced safety engineered Chevy Blazer EV lets you turn "You think we should turn back?" into full steam ahead. And with the affordable Equinox EV,
keep an eye out for the next Charger, kids.
Becomes
get comfortable, kids. We'll be home in 4 hours.
For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Busch Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Oh, it's days like today you would be thankful that you have Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And if you don't, now is the time to act. That's right. Say goodbye to those old windows, those creaky doors that are letting out the air conditioning and letting in the bugs. got to get Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Their premium product for a deal of a lifetime right now. This deal, they don't offer it very often, so listen very carefully. 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's right, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 5 years with no money down and equal payments. Pella is finding a way to make these windows and doors, their beautiful premium Pella windows and doors, affordable for you. But hurry, this offer ends on August 31st. That's 8 days. That means you have to act now. Visit PellaWI.com today and get you some Pella windows and doors in Wisconsin.
It is Kyle Bruston Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin, and we are live from Tsunami Express Car Wash right here on Fond du Lac and Capitol in Midtown Milwaukee. And you might be wondering, why is Kyle bringing the show in? I could have sworn Ben didn't take a vacation day, even though Ben loves to take his vacation days, but that is because Brad, our good old friend, what did you call him or what?
Ben is the guinea pig of KBN Nation. Now, you could also say he's the benefactor because when we were at Lady Jane's, he also got his hair cut while we were on air, and he talked us through that. And now he is the beneficiary of going through the car wash. Ben Brust right now is in his fiance's car. It's an important distinction. Fiance's car going through the Tsunami Express car wash. Ben, where are we in the line? How's it going?
If y'all can hear me, I am coming through the car wash right now.
I see your car going.
He's waving me up. Say hi right here. Say hi. Yeah, he says say hi.
Make sure you roll your window up now, Ben.
Yeah. So I got to talk to him.
Okay, windows have to be up. This is a reminder for you, Ben.
He said put it in neutral.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
That is Car Wash 101, right? Hands off the wheel, put it in neutral. I love the Car Wash song in the background. Ben, give us a little bit of play-by-play. Are we working with suds yet, or is it still in the pre-wash cycle?
So right now I got the drizzle wash coming down. You can see on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Kyle's favorite thing is coming next. I see the thing coming up. See it? See it?
I see it.
Yeah.
Can I just say that
There it is.
I got green soap. Green and gold soap.
Green and gold soap. There are two things that are ultra satisfying in the Tsunami Express car wash. One, all the suds that they put on your car. It is just lathered and slathered in suds to see that come off. And the lights. I feel like I'm legitimately like in a light show.
No, for real.
It's unbelievable going through there.
It is an experience. I told y'all, as soon as I got my car washed, what did I say? I came in the next day to show prep. I said, that was a Tsunami experience that I had at the Tsunami Express. I absolutely loved it. I told my brother, I told my mama, I told my girl, I told everybody I knew, you have to come get a car wash. And guess who's coming today? My girl come and get one. My mama going to come one.
Man, let's
go. My
go.
brother couldn't wait. My brother said, I know you do the show there on Friday, but I got to go get my car washed right away. I'm telling you, this is a great opportunity down here. And as you can see, Ben Carr is getting some more
It's tentacle time. It's the octopus tentacle time.
I'm telling you, this always felt like I was in a deep sea adventure, and the mammoth octopus tentacles were all over the car. Is it as satisfying as it was when you were a kid, Ben?
Yeah, the good news it didn't do the black dye thing, so that's good.
No, that is good. That is good. That would do the opposite of washing the car.
No, this is one of those things though. Overall, like car wash and many other things that you did as a kid, right, that are just so nostalgic. And I did not know when I was going to come here how I would get that warm and fuzzy feeling inside like I was a kid again going to get my car washed.
That does not die in you. It really doesn't. Ben, I can see that you're now getting to maybe the tire cleaning and the turbo air dryer. And it's heat dryer. It's not just air. They actually apply some heat. So at this point of the car wash, Ben, what has been the most satisfying moment of the Tsunami Express car wash?
Why you ask me a question when it's the loudest?
The air they built, that's that air. The air's blowing on the car.
I will say most car washes you go into, they kind of, it's a half effort when it comes to the drying process.
It really is.
You never get it fully dry. when I left Tsunami Express, we did this pre-show. I couldn't see a dab of water.
No, there was no water on your car. It was clean as a whistle, not only looks-wise, but also wash-wise as well. Clean as a whistle.
It really was. I think we see Ben. He's about to exit. I am looking over to where the cars would be exiting Tsunami Express Car Wash. Ben, what was the experience like? And I see Ben
Here
Brust.
he is.
That car is clean as can be. Ben, what was the most satisfying part of the car wash?
I mean, why choose one when it's the whole entire experience? From the moment you got the guy spraying the stuff, to the early soap, to the machines, to the green and gold bubbles that you get for when you're going through things. Then you got the tentacle thing. You got the heat. Brad, you said it. One of my biggest pet peeves when I go to the car wash is when you go through the dryer, you get out of the car and you're like, damn. This is still like wet, and then you got to get your own rag and dry. It's clean as a whistle, dry as a whistle. So they gave me a great wash, and I'm going to hop off the phone and join you boys in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Ben, Kyle, we just saw Ben drive out. The car is reflective. I mean, let's be honest. That is utterly reflective.
I really can't. Ben, before he talked about whether or not his fiance was, hitting things or whether or not that was actually dirt on his car. And guess what? It was dirt.
It was dirt. It was dirt.
She could drive.
And Ben is now going to check. He was concerned that there might have been scrapes or hit something on the car. And Ben, I saw a lot of dirt on it come away. We might not be so sure. There might be a scratch.
I think maybe,
but way before Tsunami Express.
So Tsunami Express done snitched on your fiance, huh?
My baby girl hit something. Oh, she hit something so hard on that right side.
The thing is, the car is so clean and reflective.
It definitely is hidden. Luckily, the paint scheme is like a charcoal gray, so it blends in. But I knew something was up when I looked at the car dirty. I was like, I didn't think it could be this dirty. That looks like a scratch.
I saw some mud stains kicked up from the tires all over the bottom of the car.
Bro, it looks fresh.
That looks fresh.
It looks fresh.
That looks new off
and
the
it was
lot.
free. Tsunami Express Car Wash at Fond du Lac and Capitol. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I hope on video it was as satisfying as it was for me in person. I don't know if you guys got to see it.
No,
look good.
No, you look good. You look good.
I don't care about me.
Can I give you just a little tip of advice?
Don't tell her.
Don't say anything about the scratch.
Yeah.
Say I did it.
Just
not
let
worth
it.
the
Let
battle.
it know. She knows about the scratch. She didn't tell you for a reason. Let it be. I don't want Tsunami.
I don't want a marriage that's not built on trust.
Well, you know what? Sometimes she's got to let stuff go. Go ahead, let her have it. Let her come home to see her beautifully washed car.
Jim, Matt, and Molly up next in Madison. Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman in pre-show. We're going off like they were guys at 50 years old at their local bar about their high school football days. Football season's here. Brad versus Kyle next in 2 minutes.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN.